Hey Paige, I've got something exciting for you to do for me. Since you're pregnant and starting to get fat, I think this is the perfect time to get a bit of experience under your belt before the baby arrives. So as you know, I've got 5 children in my family, and I'm sure you know that it's a lot of work to handle all those little angels. Your baby is about to be born soon. You'll be able to live a bright and fun life once you have that bundle of joy in your arms. I'm sure you're already dreaming of that, but in reality, it's not that sweet. In my opinion, I think that you should be given a little bit of experience with looking after a child before yours is born. What do you think about that, huh?
Oh, hello there, Harper. It's been quite a while since I last heard from you. I'm surprised you actually got in touch with me, actually. Do you really think that I don't know how difficult it is to take care of children? I think you might be mistaken, but yes, I do think it's good to be well prepared for it as you possibly can. At the moment, I'm currently doing some research and reading some books on childcare so that I'm not too overwhelmed once the baby arrives. Raising children is a lot from the sound of it in these books and online. I don't know enough about child rearing, so I'm very worried that I'm not going to be a good mom.
Oh, really? Is that so? No, I'm sure that you'll be a natural at it, Paige. Why do you think that I turned around and said that you should get some practice in?
Wait a minute. Just go back to that about practicing before the baby comes? What do you exactly mean by that, Harper? You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you?
Well, I'll be truly honest with you. I'm thinking about going on a trip next month. I'm getting really sick and tired of raising all these children on my own. I'm getting so tired of dealing with really noisy children every day. It's driving me insane, if I'm being honest. I'm also planning on going by myself on this trip because by God, I need it. So I thought the best idea for me would be to leave my 5 children with you since I need a break and you need to practice on looking after children since you're nervous about your own. So during that time, please take care of my 5 children. Please and thank you. I really would appreciate it so much if you would do it. Thank you, Paige. You're a lifesaver.
Whoa. Just hold on a minute there, Harper. I've not made any decisions about this. Are you insane? Have you actually seriously lost the plot? A whole month? You can't be serious, Harper. Do you expect me to take care of all 5 kids for a month? What are you thinking? That's an impossible task for someone to do. I hardly know your children, and I also think that it's a reckless idea to leave such young children with basically a stranger and leave them behind on such a trip.
And you've yet to become a mother, so of course you hardly know what I'm talking about after struggling with when it comes to looking after 5 children until you have to do it yourself. I get that you've never had experience, but I'm drowning here. They have been crazy to look after, and I just need a break, okay? What's so wrong with that? As a mother, I can hardly look after myself when I have to put all of them before myself. I'm barely able to eat, and they won't stop screaming. If you just leave the room for a few minutes, it gets dirty so quickly and it becomes a mess. It's so exhausting to have to clean up after them every day. It is so stressful. If anything is impossible, it's doing all that for 5 children. You'll never know that feeling until it happens to you, and I think you need to practice before you do it. Just let me go away for a month so I can relax and reset my batteries. It's not a big deal to go away that long, so just let me, okay?
Well, I do understand what you're saying and feel, but you're saying all these things to me just feels like this is all going to be too much trouble. This is way out of my league.
I see what you're trying to say. After all, I was the one who decided to raise 5 children on my own, isn't it? Or something along those lines, right? You're telling me that it's my own responsibility, right? How is that fair when my own husband wanted this many kids? He's hardly here, and I'm on my own doing this. I'm really sick of this kind of talk from people. Without people like me, the population will decrease, yes? I'd rather that people would be grateful and that people like me get preferential treatment.
No, I don't think that it's your own fault that you're in. Of course, there are families with many children, and I think those sort of families are a treasure to our country. Parents raising a lot of children must have it so tough every day, and they must go through so many hard times. I believe that we all have a right to rest. Everyone needs a break, but this is too much. Have you even considered other options? Do you think it's okay to just hand over your children to more or less strangers?
I knew that you were going to be like this. You don't understand that I want my own time, and I want that time to relax by myself. Why is everyone so against me doing this?
Maybe it's because it's such a long time and I don't know how well your children will handle you being away that long. Have you talked to your parents about it?
So here's the thing. I told my parents what I wanted to do, and they just scolded me so much for it. They said that if I'm the one who's had these children, then I need to raise them myself. They said don't even think about letting go of your kids and throwing them onto someone else for a month to take a break. We did it, so can you, Harper. Like, what a cruel thing to say to a mother. Being an old person and not having to worry so much about their responsibilities anymore must be nice, right?
Is that what they actually said to you? I really can't hear them saying something like that though, Harper. From my perspective, it seems they care very much about their grandchildren.
You probably see it that way since you're not really part of the matter, okay? My husband is away on business and I am doing everything by myself. It is so hard, Paige. Why is my husband working alone like he did when he was single? It's like I don't exist. I'm the one who's looking after the little snots 24 hours a day. As a full-time mother, I get no days off at any time of the year, and it's so exhausting. I also don't get paid for it either, which is so unfair. I just need a break, Paige.
Well, I think that's a very reasonable opinion to have, but you can't just say those things when I'm sure there's people who care about the kids. If you still need help, ask your parents. Please, ask them instead of me, okay? I'm due to give birth to my child next month, so to be honest, it could be born at any time between now and then. Because of my situation, it's going to be impossible for me to look after 5 children for over a month. My conditions are just so uncertain right now.
I don't get why that should matter, though, Paige. I did it just fine. By the time I had my 5th child, I had 4 kids running around. Before and after all of them, I was taking care of them and haven't stopped. If I can do all of that, you can look after 5 of my children in your last month of pregnancy, right? You're capable of way more than you think you are.
But you were just saying how difficult it all was for you, right? This is my first child that I'm having here, okay? There's a big difference between my own child and other people's children. I think that what you're trying to do to me right now isn't fair either. I don't think it's right to try to force your children onto other people, Harper.
Even if you say those things, I feel like you're the only person that I can rely on right now. So could you please just do this for me? Thank you, that would be great. Okay, I gotta get back to raising these kids because they are going crazy right now. Thank you again for doing this. I owe you one, Paige.
No, I can't do this, Harper. It's going to be impossible to look after them here. I really can't do something as important as looking after all the kids. Don't rely on me.
Okay, I thought I better message you to let you know that just before I went on my trip, I left the children in your garden so that you didn't have to come and pick them up from my house. This trip is going to be so great. I can't wait to be able to relax and have some time to myself. They were so cute, having a lot of fun in your garden, so I'm sure you'll enjoy their company.
Harper, what have you seriously done? What on earth are you talking about? Oh my God, are you saying that your kids are in my garden? Is this true?
Isn't that what I just said, silly? I said I left them in your garden so that I could leave on my trip. Isn't this great? I'm already boarding the plane, so no turning back now.
How could you be so irresponsible, Harper? Didn't I talk any sense into last night about not doing that to your kids? Why are you being so selfish right now? I'm being dead serious. You can't just go and do something like this without my okay. You really need to get back here immediately, Harper.
I'm sorry, but I've already got my tickets and my luggage has already been put on the plane, and I told you that I needed a break. It was urgent. It's too late. Goodbye now.
I clearly told you that it's impossible for me to do this. I'm very troubled by what you're doing here. I'm literally in labor right now. I don't have time for this. Hey, are you even listening to me? I just said that my water just broke and that I'm about to go into labor. Come back right now and take your kids away. I'm in a lot of pain and the kids are just causing a lot of trouble for me. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm just going to have to take matters into my own hands if you won't.
What on earth's going on over there? I just got a call from the police. What did you do? You left my children in your garden? Apparently there was a report of mistreatment?
Like I told you before you started to ignore me and get on your stupid plane, I went into labor and had no idea what to do once my water broke. I had no time for your kids.
Are you telling me that you neglected my kids by leaving them in the garden until nighttime? It would have been fine if you let them inside, yes?
Harper, Did you even consider what would happen to your kids if you left them outside? I've gone back to my hometown to give birth to my child. I was due to give birth today, and obviously the baby wanted to arrive today, and my husband came with me to my hometown so we could have some peace and quiet. Right now, I'm spending some quality time with my family, and we're trying to be happy for what has happened today, and you're ruining it. Don't disturb me.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Did you seriously go back to that crappy town you're from to give birth? Why on earth would you plan that? But since you had all that planned to have your baby out of the city, my kids remain sitting outside in your garden because no one's at home.
That's right. No one's at home right now, so yes, you left your children outside in my garden all alone like the neglectful mother that you are. I also told my neighbors that I'd be away from home, so please take care of the house and the surrounding areas. I'm sure you saw them walking around. It must have been the neighbors that reported the kids being in the garden then. They probably thought it was strange that there's kids they don't know in my garden. Of course, I don't blame them for calling the authorities, since it is an odd situation to deal with, especially when the kids have been out there all night long.
How dare you mess with me like this? You were trying to sabotage my time to go and relax by myself, weren't you? How dare you and your husband neglect my own kids? I was wanting to have a great time traveling, and I was so excited to get out of the city without the kids. What have you done to me? I'm going to sue you for neglect.
How dare you threaten me like that? I wasn't here, and you sprung this on me with no warning. I was risking my life giving birth to my child, you stupid woman. Don't relate what's happening to me to your stupid carefree trip that you're on. I'm going through a lot here, and I told you that this was going to be impossible for me.
How dare you call me a stupid woman, you evil little cow? I told you that I needed a break and my parents weren't willing to help me. You physically neglected my children today.
If anyone has done that, it's been you since you're the one that left them in my garden without letting me or my husband know about it. Don't turn this on me. No matter what you try and do, this is going to be all your fault. I'm glad that the police are doing something about it. I hope they hurry up and question your parenting skills.
Hey, Paige, how's everything going? I just wanted to message you since I heard that you'd given birth in your hometown. I'm hoping you're resting after your labor.
Oh, Henry, hello. I hope everything's okay with you. Yes, I'm back home at the moment. I'm beyond relieved that my baby was born happy and healthy.
Oh, really? The baby's fine? Oh, that's really great to hear. I'm so glad. So, of course, you know that my wife left our children unattended in your garden yesterday? I got a call from the police and my wife, and they tried to explain the situation to me. I'm really sorry for what happened to you when you were going through such a difficult time. I feel so bad, and I feel responsible for my wife being an absolute idiot and leaving my children with you. And the next time I see you, I'll apologize 20 times over.
So you heard about what happened after all. I can't really say much about this since I wasn't at home, but please don't worry about this too much. Did you have any idea about this, Henry?
I had absolutely no idea what my wife was planning on doing. She didn't say a word about it to me. This whole business that my wife is going on a trip is insane. And to think that she planned to stay away on a vacation somewhere for more than a month is beyond my mind. I honestly couldn't believe what I was hearing.
You're kidding me, right? You had no idea what she was doing either? So it seems like you and I were thrown into the same situation by her then. I was wondering why she was so hasty in her decisions. She was getting desperate and needed a break. But I wondered if she talked to you about it.
No, I haven't heard about this break that she needed or anything else about it at all. I think she didn't tell me because she wanted to hide it from me. It seems like she didn't even consult my parents about it either. I think that she wanted to push all her jobs onto you, Paige, which makes no sense in your condition.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say? I don't get it. Why did she try to hide it? Did she say something to you about me who should be looking after the children and the parents wouldn't?
No, I don't think it's anything like that at all. In fact, I heard from my parents that she didn't even talk to them about this at all and didn't understand what I was talking about. They told me that they understand that it's super difficult to look after 5 children at once while Henry's working and to rely on them. That's what I heard from them.
Whoa, hold on. That makes no sense. Considering she was saying that they wouldn't help her, why was she trying to hide that? Is she worried about hurting her pride or something?
No, I don't think it's that, but what I do know, I think my wife has lost the plot, to be honest. Like, to begin with, leaving your kids with someone else for over a month is a bit of a stretch. It's kind of a strange thing to do, especially when you're hiding so much from everyone. The police are gonna ask for more details soon, too. Anyway, I'm truly sorry about what's happened over the past couple of days, Paige. I've dragged you into this, and it's not great, considering you just gave birth. I'll make sure to make this up to you in the future, but in the meantime, look after yourself and take care of that bundle of joy. I'm really sorry again, Paige.
Well, to be honest, that's true. She's lost it. No, you're fine. Thank you for contacting me today, Henry. I already know how tough this is for you already. Let's try our best to settle things for now, and I hope that things get fixed and that something like this doesn't happen ever again to your kids.
What the heck have you done to me, Paige? You know that this was all your fault, right? Henry is divorcing me out of the blue. What am I supposed to do?
Huh? I'm so confused as to what you mean. How is this all my fault, Harper? Oh yes, I heard from your husband that he's divorcing you. What I don't get is why you're messaging me right now shouting at me when I'm the innocent one here. What's any of your business got to do with me?
It's all your fault because you decided to up and leave your house and give birth in your hometown. Who the heck does that anyway? You were supposed to be at home, so I don't get why you weren't.
Are you serious right now? It's not my responsibility to keep you updated on my pregnancy, Harper. I'm not the one who needed help. You did. And instead of asking like a normal person, you just decided to ditch your kids and disappear.
I didn't ditch them. I knew they'd be safe with you.
But I wasn't there. Did you even knock? Did you check to see if I was home?
I left them at your door. I figured you'd come back soon. I didn't think it would be a big deal. I needed a break, okay? I needed to get away, and I thought I could count on you.
No, Harper. You wanted to escape your responsibilities, and you thought I'd be the easy way out. You thought you could just dump them on me without even asking, and then what? You're mad at me for that?
It's not like that. You don't understand what it's been like with Henry. He's been so distant, so cold. I needed time to think, to figure things out. I just needed a break from everything, from him, from the kids, from life. I thought you'd help me like a friend should.
Help you? How was I supposed to help you when I wasn't even there? I didn't even know your kids were sitting outside of my house for hours until my neighbor called me worried sick. Harper, do you even realize how dangerous that was?
It wasn't dangerous. They were fine. I knew they'd be okay.
No, they weren't fine. Your youngest was crying, scared because they didn't know what was going on. Your older one was trying to be brave, but she was just as confused. And I wasn't even there to explain anything to them. Harper, they didn't deserve that.
You are blowing this way out of proportion. I left them with you because I knew they'd be safe.
Except I wasn't there. And now you're blaming me for your marriage falling apart?
You made it worse. If you'd just been there, if you hadn't told Henry, none of this would have happened. He didn't have to know.
I didn't tell Henry. My neighbor did. She saw what happened and called him because she couldn't get a hold of me. And you know what? Maybe it's good he knows. Maybe he deserves to know what kind of mother just abandons her children like that.
I didn't abandon them. Don't make me sound like I'm some kind of monster. I needed a break, Paige. You don't know what it's like because your life is perfect, isn't it? You've got your happy little family, everything in order. You wouldn't understand what it's like to be suffocated by your own life, by your own kids.
My life isn't perfect, Harper. Do you think having a newborn is easy? Do you think I don't feel overwhelmed sometimes? But I don't just run away when things get hard. I don't dump my responsibilities on someone else and take off without a word.
Well, aren't you just so noble, always doing the right thing, always the responsible one? I didn't have that luxury, okay? I couldn't just deal with it anymore.
You had options, Harper. You could have asked for help properly. You could have called me, talked to Henry, done anything but what you did. But instead, you left your kids like they were some burden you couldn't wait to get rid of, and then you ran away. And now, you're mad at me because Henry's leaving you? That's not on me, that's on you.
You're supposed to be my sister-in-law. You're supposed to support me.
I was your friend. I've supported you through so much, but this is too far. You can't just use people like that, Harper. Friendship isn't about dumping your problems on someone else and expecting them to clean up your mess. It's about being there for each other, yes, but not like this.
So what, you're saying this is all my fault? That I deserve to lose my family over this?
I'm saying you made choices, and those choices have consequences. You decided to leave your kids on my doorstep. You decided to disappear for days without telling anyone. And now you're dealing with the fallout of those decisions.
But I was just trying to clear my head. You don't get it. Henry doesn't get it. He never listens. He just shuts me out, and I couldn't take it anymore. I needed space.
I get that, Harper, I really do. But there are better ways to get space than abandoning your children. You could have talked to Henry, gone to therapy, something, but you didn't. You ran away, and now Henry knows and he's reacting to what you did. You can't put that on me.
Could have at least defended me, explained that I needed a break.
Defended you? How was I supposed to defend you when I don't agree with what you did? I'm not going to lie to Henry or anyone else just to make you feel better about something that was clearly wrong. And honestly, I'm surprised you even think I should.
I thought you'd have my back. I thought you'd understand.
I understand that you're struggling, Harper, but I don't understand how you thought abandoning your kids would fix that. And now you're dealing with the consequences of your actions, and you want to blame me for it.
Henry's going to take the kids, you know. He's going to make me look like the bad guy in court, and I'll lose them. All because you didn't do one simple thing for me.
You think this is about one simple thing? Harper, this isn't about me not watching your kids. This is about you leaving them without any warning, without any care for who knows how long. This is about you running away from your life instead of facing it. That's why Henry's divorcing you, not because of me.
You're just like him, judging me, acting like you're so much better.
No, I'm not better than you. I've made plenty of mistakes, but I don't try to shift the blame onto someone else when I mess up. I own it. And maybe that's something you need to do too.
I didn't mess up. I needed time, and you weren't there when I needed you.
You didn't need me, Harper. You needed to face the fact that your life was falling apart, and instead of dealing with it, you ran. And now you're paying the price. That's not on me, that's on you.
I thought you'd understand. I thought you'd help me.
I might have helped you if you'd asked, but you didn't. You took the choice away from me. You made me the bad guy in a situation I didn't even know I was a part of.
So what? You're just done with me? Is that it?
I don't know, Harper. I don't know if I can trust you after this. You put me in an impossible situation, and now you're blaming me for something you caused. That's not friendship. That's not even close.
You're really going to turn your back on me now?
I'm not turning my back on you. I'm just not going to take responsibility for your choices. You have to own up to this, Harper. You can't keep blaming everyone else for what's happening in your life. I'm saying that people care about you, Harper, but that doesn't mean they can fix your life. We can only be there to support you, but you're the one who has to take control of your own mess. I can't do that for you, and neither can Henry.
Henry never even gave me a chance to explain. He found out, and now all he wants is to take the kids away from me. How is that fair?
What would you even say to him, Harper? That you needed a vacation from your family? That you couldn't be bothered to ask for help the right way? How would you explain leaving your kids without knowing who would take care of them?
I don't know, okay? I thought if I could get some distance, I'd figure it out. I'd come back and things would be better.
Running away doesn't make things better. It just makes them worse when you have to face the consequences. You took off and didn't think about what you would do to your kids, to Henry, to anyone but yourself. And now, instead of owning it, you're trying to blame me.
I don't need a lecture, Paige. I need a friend. I thought you, of all people, would get that.
What you need to face is reality, Harper. You made choices, and now you're dealing with what comes next. I was your sister-in-law. I've been there for you more times than I can count. But I won't let you dump this on me.
So what now? I lose everything? My kids, my marriage? What else?
That's up to you. You can keep pretending like everyone else is to blame, or you can start trying to fix what you broke. But until you're honest about what you did and about why you did it, nothing's going to change.
It's not that easy. I can't just fix everything by saying sorry.
No, you can't. It's going to take a lot more than that. But you need to start somewhere. Maybe it's with Henry. Maybe it's with your kids. But blaming me or anyone else is only going to push people further away.
You really think I can fix this? After everything?
I don't know, Harper. I really don't think so. I'm not sure where you go from here. But I do know that if you keep trying to make everyone else responsible for your choices, then yeah, you're going to lose everything. You have to be willing to do the work to make things right. And it won't be easy, but it's the only way forward. Either way, This really doesn't even concern me at this point, and you should really be talking to your own husband about these kinds of things. Or at least, you can talk to him while he still is your husband, that is. Have a nice life, Harper.
Wait, no, you can't abandon me like this. Please, I'm begging you. This is all your fault. You have to help me out of this. You did this to me, and now you need to get me out of this mess.
I really did try and convince Harper that there might have been a chance if she could only face up to her mistakes and admit that what she did was wrong. But instead, she insisted on blaming me and even tried to go and tell my brother that all of this was my fault. And she might have even gotten away with it too. But apparently, Henry began looking into what else Harper had been doing behind his back, and he found out that she was cheating on him. Well, that was really the last straw. He hired a divorce lawyer and sued her for infidelity. After that, he made sure to get custody of the kids, and that was the last that my brother ever saw of his horrible wife. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Reagan, it seems like you haven't gotten to the laundry at all today, nor to cleaning the floors today. And let's not forget about those dirty dishes that are still in the sink. Reagan, what the hell are you doing in your room?
Hi, Max. I'm sorry, but all day today I've been feeling really under the weather. I'll get to all of those things in the morning, so you don't have to touch anything.
You want me to leave all of this be? So even though you are the housewife here, you're going to ask me to leave all of this for you to do tomorrow?
I'm sorry, but like I was saying, I'm not feeling too well today.
You get to live and eat off the money that I bring into this household, so I'm surprised you're still acting like that right now. Do you feel that since my mom is out of the house for a while now on her trip to England, you can just slack off and do as you please?
Well, today I've had a fever of around 100, so it's not like I'm choosing to stay in my room. So today, I just wasn't able to really get to anything.
Huh? Reagan, are you actually listening to anything you're saying right now? I'm asking you if you're taking advantage of my money and time right now. Answer my question now.
I'm sure right now I am taking advantage of that. Sorry.
If you have the guts to apologize to me for that, then you have the energy to come down here and get these chores done right now. Because of all these plates stacked up in the sink, I'm no longer able to use it for anything else. Also, I've noticed some of the decorations and design of the living room has changed. Why would you do that?
I did change it up in there a little. I just wanted there to be a change of atmosphere in there.
Excuse me? You did all of that without asking me first? Whoever told you you were allowed to change things up in here? This house is being paid for with the money I bring in. And that means my mom and I get to decide what is and isn't done here.
But when I video called your mom, I showed her the living room and she told me she really likes it that way.
She is too kind, and that's why she'd say such a thing. Why did I end up marrying such a thick-skulled woman as yourself, who acts all happy about it?
I'm sorry, but today I'm in need of some rest, so let's pick back up on all of this tomorrow when I'm hopefully feeling better. Right now, my head is starting to hurt.
Go right ahead then. However, I can't say I'll care about what happens next.
What? About what happens next? What are you talking about, Max?
If you think you can just keep slacking off from doing the chores, then I'll have something to say about it. From what I've seen and heard from you, it seems the only way you'll be able to understand anything is with some physical training.
Hold on a minute. I told you that tomorrow I will handle all those things.
No! There's no point in trying to use your excuses on me. You went and slacked off today from doing your chores even though you are the housewife, so I'm going to make you pay for such a crime. Please, sleep well tonight for me. I'll take care of the chores you have left for me.
Are you kidding me? What? Hey, what was that sound just then? I just heard glass or something breaking outside my door.
Oh my, whoopsie daisy. I accidentally just smashed your favorite flower vase out here. Sorry about that. My hands aren't all that strong anymore once I get off work. I never meant to do that on purpose or anything, I hope you know. I'm sorry, but there's glass all over the floor now, so you'll have to clean that up for me tomorrow.
Gosh.
Reagan, how are you feeling today? I'm sure that fever of yours is gone now.
It is, and I'm feeling fine now. I do feel a little bit cold still, but compared to yesterday, I'm a whole lot better. Max, thank you so much for doing all the chores for me last night in my place.
Don't worry about it. I think that I said too much to you last night.
What?
I'm so sorry that I said something about having to teach you physically and all that. I'm sure I scared you a little bit with that one, right? Of course, I'd never do anything violent towards you, so please relax and forget I ever said anything. Now, would you be able to go out for me and get some things from the store?
Sure. I can do that for you.
Well, that's good. And once you're back from the store, can you go out to the sauna and clean that for me too? My knees are killing me for all the work I've been doing recently, so I'd like for you to go out and clean it, please.
Understood. You can leave all of that to me. Now, I'm going to start heading to the store.
Sounds good. I hope you can get everything I need. Also, today it's going to be a very hot one, so make sure you drink lots of water and get some electrolytes, alright?
Will do. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, Max? What are you doing right now? I'm still in here. Can you please open the door for me right now? And why did you turn on the sauna? Max?
I told you, didn't I? You needed to be taught a lesson physically in order to understand me.
What? But you told me this morning that you went too far by saying something like that.
I was well within my boundaries when saying that, and could have gone a whole lot further had I wanted to. And as I said to you last night, I am teaching you a lesson. You went and slacked off from getting all the chores done, so now you are going to have to pay for that.
But today is one of the hottest days of the year. Right now, it's already close to 103 degrees in this sauna, and rising. I'm burning up. Please, Max, could you come open this door?
What are you talking about? I locked you in that sauna because it's the hottest day of the year, as a great form of punishment. A useless wife like you, who thinks she can take advantage of my mom and I, will learn her lesson in that shed. Ah, that's right. I left you a plastic bottle with water in it in there for you, so please drink up. It's going to be boiling hot for the next couple of days, so you need to make sure you stay hydrated.
That water is already gone. It was only half full and I just had to drink the rest of it. My head is starting to hurt again like yesterday, and I'm a little dizzy now.
Oh, you already drunk that water? Well then, things should start to take place really soon here. I'm going to head off on a little vacance to Hawaii I had planned now with another girl of mine, so I'll see you in 4 days, Reagan. And please, when I get back, tell me that you've learned your lesson.
What? You're going on a trip? Now?
The reason you are being left in that sauna is because you thought you could get away with slacking off as my housewife. So that's your punishment. I have a trip to go on now in order to calm my nerves after dealing with you. Please take this time to think about all the things you've done.
It's getting super hot in here. Help me!
Stop being so dramatic over it.
Hey, Max. It's been all day and I haven't gotten anything from Reagan about how things are going. Do you know what's going on with her?
What? She hasn't said anything to you all day?
Well, we had planned on doing a video call today around 5 p.m. and having a few drinks, but, we actually do that every Friday at 4 p.m. while I've been here in England, but today she hasn't said anything to me. I even tried calling her this time and she didn't answer me.
I think I know. She must have went to bed early today or something. For some reason, she has recently been slacking off from all the chores in the house and sleeping all day long while I'm working.
What? No way. She would never do anything like that. Her own conscience wouldn't even allow her to slack off from her tasks. She won't even let me tell her to take a day off because she feels obligated to do everything at home. So what's this about her slacking off recently?
Is that right? Then have a look at this video I've taken. Do you understand what I'm talking about now? Recently, it's only been me doing all the chores around this house. This video was from last night when I got home. Things are always like this around the house, with her just sitting in her room all day long. I made sure to record it due to how bad things have become.
I can see that things have been left dirty in the sink and that the laundry is still in the hamper. But what was going on with Reagan at this time?
Well, she was most likely in that room, sleeping all day long. I even gave the door a few knocks, and she told me to shut up and leave her alone.
Are you serious? Reagan was saying things like that to you? She could never.
And she knows about how bad my knees have been getting from work, yet she makes me take care of all the chores all the time while sitting in that room all day long. It's been so terrible for me here. But she has been trying to hide all of this from you, so that you'll continue to spoil her with your kindness. I'm sorry that you had to find this all out now.
Max? I just had another watch of this video you sent me, and there's a bottle of sleeping pills on the counter.
What?
Wait, isn't that those prescriptions I was using a long time ago? Before I left to come to England, I made sure to throw those in the trash can since I don't use them anymore.
Hold on. I thought that the bottle was really nice and small, so I've been using it to put small things into. Doesn't that sound like something it would be good for? Doesn't it look nice on the counter?
Does it look nice? Are you kidding me, Mom? Max, what the hell is going on right now? What have you been using those pills for?
Wait, Mom. I'm not joking about using it as a little bottle to hold small things for me. Like, I'll take things such as my pencil lead and other small things and put them in there so they don't get lost.
Jesus, why would you use a pill bottle for something like that? There are plenty of things in the house that would look a lot better than a pill bottle for holding small things. For some reason, I can tell things aren't going very well between you and Reagan. So how about we all have a little chat regarding things between you two, and I'll call over the phone during that time.
Sounds good, Mom. Thank you for thinking about that.
No problem. Now, if Reagan wakes up at all today, just tell her to go back to bed and get whatever rest she needs. I'm sure there is something going on with her, and she needs that sleep. So let her.
Understood. You are so kind, Mom. But, if she is going to sleep all day today, that means I'll have to do all the chores around the house for her again, right?
I will talk with Reagan about all of that. I'm sorry that you'll have to pick up the slack again, with both your knees being so bad. If things are too difficult for you, leave them be and go to bed. It's not like a single day of not doing any of the chores is going to kill someone, right?
That's true. Thank you. Hey Reagan, how are things going? I completely forgot about you being in that sauna. I'm sure you were able to find a way out of there yourself, right? Hey, why aren't you replying to me? Reagan? Stop playing this joke on me already. I get that you want to mess with me, but you need to stop that now. If you keep that kind of joke up, I'm not gonna let you out of there. How about I open that door for you right now and let you get some fresh air? Mom, listen. Oh, what am I gonna do? What should I be doing right now?
What's going on? What happened, Mom?
It's about Reagan. Right now she is in a really bad state.
Hold on a second. Can you calm down for me and explain what's happened? What happened to Reagan that has you so worked up right now?
I made a mistake, and I accidentally closed the door on the sauna and left it on while Reagan was still in there and went out for the day.
Huh?
Like I said, it was an accident. I didn't know she was in there and closed the door so that no animals would find their way in there. And just now, I went out to grab something from in there, and as I opened the door, a really foul smell came out from inside.
You're lying, right?
I'm telling you, this was all an accident. I never knew that she was in there, and she never told me to let her out after closing the door on her. She was having me do all the chores in the house for her, and since I was so tired from having to work all the time,
I don't care about how you were feeling after doing some chores. How is Reagan? What's happened to her? Did you call 911 yet?
I'm not sure how she's doing. I'm not sure.
Huh? Go in that shed and see how she's doing right now, and then call the goddamn police or something. Go right now.
But the smell, it's like that of a decomposing animal now.
Shut the hell up and look at how she's doing! Open the damn door right now and see how my wife is doing, you asshole!
All right already. Hey, Reagan wasn't even in there. That terrible smell coming out of there was just some really old towels. I went over to the neighbors and asked them if they'd seen where she went, and one of them said she was taken away in an ambulance.
What? I see. Thank goodness she was able to get help. But how did she do that? You told me you closed the door to the sauna, and as far as I'm aware, there's no way to open it up from the inside if it's been locked from the outside.
From what it looks like, she used a really heavy object to smack the glass window. Then Richard, one of our neighbors, called the police thinking we were being broken into.
That's good to hear. Thank God she was found before it was too late. So, this means that right now Reagan is at the hospital being cared for?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
I'm coming back home right now. I'm too worried about Reagan's condition right now to stay here any longer. I need to be with her while she's recovering from whatever's been going on with her.
What? No, you don't have to. Everything will be fine here. I'll be able to watch over her for you. You just stay in England and focus on whatever fun you still need to have there. There's no need for you to worry about any of this anymore.
What are you saying, Max? How the hell am I supposed to just ignore the fact that my sweet little daughter-in-law is in the hospital right now? You know for a fact that I need to be there. I know I said I'd be in England, but I'm actually in New York right now for a quick meeting, so I can be home in a few hours as long as I get the next plane.
Is that so? Okay then.
Hey Max, where are you right now?
What? I'm at the house right now.
Why have you still not come to see Reagan at the hospital? It's because of you that Reagan is in such rough shape right now, right?
What? Mom, what's with your attitude right now? I told you that I did not lock her in that sauna on purpose. It was a simple accident. I didn't have that she was still in there when I closed the door, and after that I was away for the house for a little bit.
Well, Reagan has told me that you locked her in the sauna on purpose.
What? No, well, I'm sure from her point of view, it may have seemed like I locked her in there on purpose. But I'm being completely honest when I say that I had no clue she was in that sauna. I mean, why would I ever lock anyone in a sauna like that during one of the hottest days of the year?
Max, can you go into the sauna and get me Reagan's phone for her?
What?
From what she's told me, she wasn't awake when the police came and found her, and when the paramedics took her out of there, she was so dehydrated that she didn't even think about her phone. Of course, that all makes sense to me, considering she was locked in there for so long. Max, you're at the house right now, correct? Go and grab Reagan's phone from inside the sauna right now.
Her phone. All right, I'll go and take a look. I'll get back to you about it here in a second. I'm sorry, Mom. I wasn't able to find it anywhere. Perhaps while they were carrying her to the ambulance, she had it on her, but it fell out of her pocket and got lost.
I see. Did you really make sure to take a good look for it in there?
Well, of course. I made sure to check every single corner of that sauna and came up with nothing. I'm sorry, but it's not in there. Also, if I keep trying to look around in there, I'm gonna become tired myself and might pass out. Lol.
Wow, Max. You have no right making a joke like that after what's happened to your wife. Are you trying to test my nerves now or something?
I'm sorry about that. I just thought it would help to lighten up the atmosphere a little bit.
You were the one that caused all of this, Max. And that means you don't get to say crap about the atmosphere right now. Stop being such an idiot, please.
I caused all of this? Why do you keep talking about me in such a crude way? I told you that I never closed her in the shed on purpose, Mom. I've been saying that this whole time.
Then tell me, why is Reagan's phone all smashed up?
What?
I'm not stupid, Max. You might think I am, but I wouldn't be doing the kinds of things I do if I was as stupid as you think. Her phone that you found out in the sauna, you just brought it inside and smashed it up on the living room floor. Now why, Max, would you need to be doing something as ridiculous as that to her phone?
No, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What's going on here?
I just asked you a simple question, Max. Why did you break her phone?
No, I would never do something like that. Mom, what are you going on about right now? You're not even home with me right now, so how would you know anything about her phone? Has Reagan been trying to get you to believe some crazy things?
Amy went ahead and set up a small camera in that living room, which can be viewed from anywhere, on anyone's device.
What?
She's told me that in order to prove to me that her husband has been bullying and verbally abusing her, she needed to get some video recordings. And for the past 30 minutes, her and I have been watching the living room, live from that camera on my phone.
I see. So that's why she went and rearranged this living room without asking me.
So, let me ask you this again. Why have you gone and smashed your wife's phone? And let me also ask you this. Why did you lie to me about not being able to find it in the sauna?
No, that was,
Let me answer these questions for you then, since you seem to be preoccupied with losing your mind. You went and lied to me about the phone and broke it, because you know damn well that on her phone there is evidence of you locking her in the sauna on purpose, right? Am I wrong, Max?
But her phone is completely destroyed now, so you can't use it anymore to see anything. Even if there was evidence in her phone that I had gone and locked her in there on purpose, you wouldn't be able to see it anymore, so you can't use it as evidence.
Interesting and unfortunate. Seeing one's own son change tone like that in an instant really does break one's heart.
What's so unfortunate? The only thing that unfortunate about this whole situation is the fact that my own mom doesn't believe what I'm saying.
Shut it, Max. I know you have no idea about technology like I do, and that it's totally alright. But just because you smashed her phone up doesn't mean we can't access those texts. It's all still saved on a server managed by Pear.
What?
I just logged into her account on my laptop. And guess what? Right there in front of my eyes is the conversation you had with Reagan a few days ago. So it seems you locked Reagan in that sauna and planned to leave her in there for 4 whole days while you went on a small little vacance?
No way. You're lying, right?
The fact that you've taken things this far. I don't think I can work with you anymore. I'm far past being upset, or bewildered, or saddened. Right now, I'm at the point where I am going to completely cut you out of my life and deal with my emotions that come up later on my own.
No, wait! You have it all wrong.
I have already looked through everything you guys said to one another that day. However, there is one last thing I must ask. If Reagan had brought her phone with her into the sauna, and then used it to ask for help, why come nobody came? From what I can see here, she did try to get you to come out and help her, but she was only texting you for 10 minutes. I can understand her passing out due to the heat and not having any fluids, but not within 10 minutes. The last thing she remembers before passing out is that she drank a bottle filled with a little bit of water, and after that, things started to get fuzzy, and she blanked. Something about that water she drank doesn't seem right to me, Max.
What are you trying to say, Mom?
Max? You took my old prescription and put it all into that water bottle before setting it in the shed with the intent of having her drink it, right? You must have known she would try and get help from someone else while stuck in there, so you wanted to knock her out so that you could run off. Well, luckily your plan worked out for you there, and she was knocked out for a whole day. and by the time she woke up, her battery had died. But you had no clue about what was going on with her by then, because you totally forgot about her while on your trip.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry, Mom.
Thank goodness Mr. Richard was able to hear her banging around in the sauna with the last of her strength and knew something was up. Had he not noticed, she would have died out in that place due to dehydration. I hope you realize no apology is going to fix the situation you are in now, Max.
I didn't mean to harm her any. I was just trying to teach her a lesson.
Shut the hell up! I'm done listening to you. Because of this, consider your relationship to your wife and I over with. Bye.
What? Wait a second, Mom. Hey! Reagan, I am so very sorry. I'm sure you don't care for my apologies, but you have to understand that I never meant something like this to happen.
I'm still recovering from everything that you did to me, so please refrain from contacting me. I don't have a phone right now to type with, so I'm having to use your mom's laptop, and typing in my current condition on here is tough. It's tiring, really.
Of course. I wanted to tell you that I was sorry. I'm telling you none of this was meant to be on purpose. I was planning to let you out of the sauna later that evening, alright?
Later that evening? Leaving me in the sauna from 1 in the afternoon all the way until that evening is far too long by itself. And dangerous. Well, I managed to survive for close to 2 days in that sauna while it was on.
I am so sorry. I had a lot of pent-up stress at the time, too. My knees are really bad, and I shouldn't be doing too many strenuous things with them or else it stresses me out.
Max, shut the frick up. All of your lies are starting to fall apart, and now it's all too easy for us to decipher through.
What?
Remember the camera in the living room Deborah told you about? I got footage of you on it going into the living room and picking up my favorite vase off the shelf. And from the way you were able to pick it up and throw it on the ground so easily, it doesn't seem like your knees are bothering you any. I guess you needed another lie in order to force me to do everything around the house, huh?
No matter what I do, all of my lies are being seen right through.
Correct. I am planning on suing and divorcing you for what you've done to me. But with all these lies you keep telling, I might just have to call the police and have them take you away right now.
What? You want to sue me? And divorce me?
Yes. And be aware that the police already know about what's been going on. When they came and broke me out of that sauna during some of the hottest days of the year, they knew someone had to be to blame and would need to be taken to court over it.
Please. I'm asking you to find some way in your heart to forgive me for what happened.
Forgive you? That would be me spoiling you, now wouldn't it?
During that time, my one and only mom was out of the country for whatever, and that left me feeling so lonely.
Oh, is that right? I don't care. Well, since you want to keep making up such puny excuses and lies about everything, perhaps the cold walls of a dark jail cell will be more gullible, lol. Reagan, I am so sorry for everything you've had to go through with him. I should have known right away that my son would be treating you like that while I was away.
Don't worry about it, Deborah. I should have told you, but I wanted to try and stay low for a bit.
No, you didn't. You just didn't want to cause any trouble for me while I was gone, and so you chose to bear whatever he threw at you. The fact that you always care about me like that, I should have been there for you. I'm sure those 2 days, locked up in a sauna on the hottest days of the year, were terrible. A literal living hell. I should have been there to protect you.
Stop! I wasn't in any pain because of your son and what he did to me. I was in pain because I didn't get to talk with you that night over the phone while having a drink. Because I was locked inside that sauna, our continued streak of drinking and talking every Friday night was ended.
Reagan.
I really don't need you to protect me, Deborah. Honestly, I wanted to take care of your son with my own 2 hands while you were away. But your son was 1 step ahead of me in locking me in that sauna, so it kind of sucked not being the one to expose his BS.
I'm sorry. You really are such a fearless woman, Reagan. Completely different compared to that spoiled old jerk. If anything, you've been the one protecting me all along.
How about we keep that name for him? I'm tired of calling him your son or Max. Spoiled old jerk fits him much better. And it's not like he's part of our family anymore anyway, lol. After that, the police arrived at the house and arrested Max for attempted murder. It was a scene straight out of a movie, with flashing lights and officers moving with precision. Max, of course, wasn't going down quietly. He tried to lie to the officers about what had happened, weaving together a messy story full of contradictions and half-truths. At one point, he even pretended to be a paraplegic, refusing to get out of his chair and insisting that he couldn't walk. He thought this would buy him sympathy or perhaps delay his arrest, but the officers weren't fooled for a second. This wasn't their first rodeo, and they saw right through his act. The police had come prepared. They had a warrant for his arrest and a clear understanding of the situation. They didn't bother with any more of his theatrics. When he refused to comply, they entered through the back door and swiftly placed him in handcuffs. He didn't put up much resistance after that, though his face was a mask of defiance mixed with desperation. Once they had him restrained, they took him to the county jail for questioning. That's where he would stay, awaiting the court case that would determine his fate. While all of this was happening, I was still in the hospital recovering. My body had been through an ordeal, and it would be a few more days before I could even get out of bed and move around again. The doctors told me I had suffered a heat stroke due to the extreme temperatures, which was no surprise given the circumstances. I'd only managed to keep myself conscious long enough to make all that noise, banging and shouting in a desperate attempt to get someone's attention. Thankfully, my efforts weren't in vain. My neighbor heard the commotion and called the police, who arrived just in time to get me the medical attention I desperately needed. The doctors worked quickly, and their expertise saved my life. I was in a coma for a short time, but they managed to pull me through. Thankfully, I wouldn't have any lasting issues from the heat stroke. That said, I wasn't entirely out of the woods. My fingers, which I had broken while using a stone to bang against the glass, were going to take a few months to heal. The pain was a constant reminder of the ordeal I had endured, but I was grateful to be alive and on the road to recovery. When the time finally came for Max to go to court, the sight of him was shocking. He walked into the courtroom looking like a shell of his former self, as if he had aged 10 years in the span of just a few weeks. His usual smug demeanor was gone, replaced by a hollow, defeated expression. The hearing itself was relatively short. The evidence against him was overwhelming, and the jury didn't take long to reach a verdict. Max was found guilty of attempted murder, as well as tampering with evidence and drugging me. His sentence was 3 years in prison, a punishment that seemed fitting for what he had put me through. In addition to his prison sentence, Max was ordered to pay me a settlement of around $250,000. This money was meant to cover my medical bills and compensate me for the suffering he had caused. To pay this off, he was forced to sell all of his possessions and take out several loans. It was clear that he would be dealing with the financial repercussions of his actions for many years to come. But the consequences did not end there. The story of what Max had done spread like wildfire. It was covered in the local news, then picked up by state outlets, and eventually made its way across the country. His name and face became infamous, and he lost everything. His family, his friends, and any shred of respectability he might have once had. In prison, he didn't even bother trying to make phone calls because there was no one left to answer. 3 years have passed since then, and Max has now been released from prison. But life outside isn't much easier for him. The weight of his actions follows him everywhere he goes. Employers recognize his name and face and refuse to hire him. He's drowning in debt, struggling to find a foothold in a world that no longer wants him. Even outside his hometown, people know who he is, and the stigma of his crimes ensures that he remains an outcast. As for me and Deborah, we decided to leave that town behind after everything that happened. We sold the house and used the money to start fresh somewhere new. Deborah took the lead on finding us a temporary apartment while a new house was being built. The new place is much smaller than the old one, but it's cozy and perfect for the two of us. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Eden, you've got some serious explaining to do. I mean, seriously, what do you have to say for yourself? You call this lunch? You know that I hate mushrooms. Why did you pack me these nasty, slimy things in my lunch, huh? Oh, wait, you don't like mushrooms? Oh, I'm really sorry, Francine. I had no idea about that at all until today. I really didn't know that you didn't like mushrooms at all. Actually, your mom and some of her friends just had a bunch from their gardens and gave me some, so I thought I would use them. Although now that I know that, I was actually making a nice mushroom stew for dinner tonight. Oh no, are you kidding me? You mean there's going to be more of these? Oh my God, why is my life always so hard? This isn't fair, they're so disgusting. I'm really sorry for the mix-up, but I've already started cooking the dinner since it was going to take a few hours to stew everything and get it ready. I really had no idea that you didn't like mushrooms, but if you really hate them this much, maybe you can just make your own dinner tonight? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? Are you trying to starve me right now? Not only did you basically try to poison me with these nasty little things in my lunch, but now you tell me that if I don't eat your stew, then I go to bed hungry. What did I do to make you hate me so much? Seriously, what is the matter with you? Francine, please, I think you're being just a little bit unreasonable. Of course I don't hate you, and I certainly didn't do any of this on purpose or with any kind of intention. I just didn't know that you hated mushrooms so much. You really expect me to believe that? We have been living together in the same house for 3 years already. Are you really trying to make me buy that you don't know what I do and don't like? Honestly, you are just a little parasite living off all of us, you know that? Please don't talk to me like this. I really don't think that I did anything to deserve you saying these kinds of things. Please don't call me names like that. Why shouldn't I? I'm just telling the truth, aren't I? You're a parasite, and I'm just calling it how I see it. If you don't like it, then maybe you shouldn't be one. I mean, you used to work for a huge company and be really successful, but the moment you married my son, you decided to quit. You just forced all the work on my son while you live the pampered life of a housewife. I don't see how you're anything but a parasite. I already explained to you that I changed my job recently and that I've been working from home. I'm not a housewife. I just have my job at the house now. I work full-time, you know. Oh, please, I know that isn't true at all. How are you going to sit there and try to tell me that you work when you just sit at home on your computer all day? I know that you don't actually work at all. You just try and make my poor son do everything for you, you leech. I still just don't get why he won't divorce you yet. I asked you to please stop calling me things like parasite and leech. I really don't appreciate when you call me things like that. It's rude and just degrading, so please stop it. You know, if you're not going to go anywhere all day and just be at home, the least you could do is keep the place clean for us. You need to realize that you're only being allowed to live here at the mercy of my family. But I already do a lot for everyone here. I mean, I get up early in the morning so that I can make everyone's lunches. I feel like I do more than just my share around here. In fact, I would really like it if you actually stepped up a bit more and helped out around the house. You know, when you talk to me like this, it really makes me not want to cook for you at all anymore. Ugh, I seriously just can't believe you. You are really just the worst, you know that? You don't have any right to talk to me like that as long as you're just living off my son's hard work. The life you have is all thanks to him, and this is how you treat his mother? You need to understand that you are nothing but a freeloader here. Weren't you raised to show any kind of gratitude at all? Tell me, are your parents just as bad as you are? Okay, hold it right there. Now I don't like you calling me names one bit, but I do draw the line at you bringing my parents into this. Do you understand? I am not going to stand for you insulting them. Well, if you don't want me talking about your parents, maybe you should in such a way that I don't have to resort to that. Honestly, I don't know why we let you bum around here when you contribute nothing. You are just a burden on all of us. Ugh, I can't take it anymore. I am seriously at my limits with your mother. I don't think I can stand to live with her for another day. She is seriously pushing me way too far.
Whoa, hold on. What is all of this about? Did Francine do something to upset you? What has she done now? I'm really losing my wits when it comes to her.
Of course she did. She's always trying to pick on me. But lately it's gotten a lot worse, and today she seriously crossed some lines for me. She was calling my parents stupid, Gerald. My parents. And she kept going on about how I don't do anything around here and how I wasn't raised right.
Wow, did she really say that? That really is taking things way too far. I mean, she had already been taking things far, but that is just too much.
I just don't get why she can't leave me alone. Who does she think she is to talk to someone like that? She is so rude. I mean, as if she has any right to tell me that I don't help out around the house. She's living in our house and she doesn't lift a finger to help.
Wow, I seriously just don't even know what to say to all of that. I am so sorry that you've had to put up with her and her attitude, Eden. I'll try talking to her and explaining the situation in a way that she can understand it, okay? Let me try and handle this while you process everything, okay?
But Gerald, how many times have you told me that you were going to talk to her and nothing has changed? I know that you mean well and that she's your mother, but things haven't gotten better for me at all.
I know, but I mean, please, just let me try one more time. I'm sure I can do something about this somehow. Please, I bet I can fix this right away.
I don't think you say enough to her. You just let her off with warning after warning. Speaking of, have you even talked with your mother recently? I haven't really seen you stepping in and calling her out on things we talked about.
Well, I do my best, but I can't force her to change. I mean, she just started looking for jobs in March, you know? I'm sure that she's just feeling a lot of pressure right now and that she's lashing out emotionally at others. But she isn't a bad person. She's just really stressed out.
I get that looking for a job can be stressful. I've also changed my job not that long ago, remember? But I really don't think that excuses any of her actions, and I'm shocked that you would try and justify the way she's been treating your own wife. what does her looking for a job have to do with my being a so-called freeloader? I mean, she knows that I work from home. You have told her that I work from home and that I'm the only one who works, right?
Of course I haven't told her that I don't work. I haven't told her anything like that at all.
Are you serious? Gerald, I thought that we talked about this. We promised that you would talk to her.
But she's my mother. I'm her son. She's influenced me to be a successful man. I can't let her know that I don't have a job, but my wife does. Think of how it would break her heart if she found out about the truth.
So you're really going to prioritize protecting your own pride over telling the truth to help your wife? I really can't believe that you want to do something as silly as that when you know the kind of pain that it's going to cause me. Is this why you haven't been more strict with her?
Well, I'm her son. I can't be strict here. I still want her to like me. Besides, it isn't like my parents are gonna let her leave with them again.
That's right, because they were also sick of dealing with Francine's attitude, isn't that right? But you don't mind if I'm getting the brunt of it instead? You know, I've been thinking about moving back in with my parents.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Please don't do that. I mean, who's going to provide for me if you're not here?
If you're really that worried about it, then I'm giving you one last chance to talk to your mother and set things right, or else. Promise me that this time you absolutely will talk to Francine and tell her never to call me a freeloader or anything like that ever again. Got it?
Okay, yes, I got it loud and clear. I swear that I'll talk to her and that none of this is going to happen again.
I am serious about this, Gerald. This is your final chance. If things don't improve, then I am going to go back to live with my parents, and that is that. What the heck is this squash doing in my lunch today, huh? Are you serious? You must seriously be trying to starve me or something. I hate squash. Why are you trying to feed it to me? What do you mean? I thought you liked it. When we went to that sushi restaurant, they had the squash tempura and you seemed to really like it, remember? I remember you saying that you thought it was tasty. I'm sorry, did you bread and deep fry this squash? No, you didn't. It's just nasty, boiled, squishy squash. Why do you think I would ever want to eat this? I guess I just thought that you might have liked it in any form. Honestly, you are so useless. Why don't you know what I like and don't like yet? What is your problem, huh? I would have thought that you'd have learned by now, but you haven't seemed to have gotten it at all. Francine, I think that you and I talked about this not that long ago, right? If you're worried about getting food that you won't like in your lunches, then you should go ahead and make your own lunches. I'm not your mom, and this isn't a hotel, okay? Oh, I know you're not her. At least she could cook. But once again, you're getting your place because you're nothing but a lousy, no-good freeloader. And if you think that I am going to sit here and take that kind of take from a parasite like you, you've got another thing coming. Why won't you just leave Gerald and I alone already? If you're going to be so useless, there's no point in us keeping you around at all anyways. Excuse me? Are you serious? Do you think that's any way to talk to me? Do you really think that I'm going to take this lying down? You thought wrong, Francine. Look, I am the mother of your husband, got it? That means it is your job to learn what I do like and what I don't like. It is really that simple. Also, you should know that I already reached out to talk to your parents earlier. I told them how useless you were at home and what a lousy wife and mother you are. I asked them if this is the kind of person they raised. Wait, hold on right there. Did you seriously call my parents and talk to them, Francine? Why would you do that for? What's your deal, huh? Of course I did, and I let them know all about what a lousy person you were in every single way. I also made sure to let them know that you're nothing but a parasite in this house, living off the work of your poor husband. I asked them to tell me how they raised you, that you turned out like this. I don't believe this. Honestly, just who do you think you are? You have got some nerve calling my parents and talking to them just to say that kind of crap. Well, I think that your parents were glad to know the kind of person their daughter had become. They were crying so hard and apologizing to me over and over again. They told me to tell you that you were welcome to go back there any time. You see, we don't want you here, and your parents gave you an open invitation, so just leave already. I don't need a useless little worm like you in the house anymore. Excuse me? What did you just call me? Seriously, what is your problem? Just having to see your stupid face around the house every day is enough to seriously piss me off. You have no idea how hard I work every day trying to find a job, and yet you just rub your easy, cushy life in my face every single day. I can't stand having to live in the same house as you. Just knowing that we breathe the same air is enough to drive me crazy. I got that you're stressed about finding a job, but this is so much more than taking out your stress on someone else. You are just looking for someone to bully, and you chose me without even knowing anything about me. Excuse me, is a little tapeworm trying to get all uppity again? Did you really forget your place again? I want you out of here, out! All you do is eat our food and take up space. I wish my son would just divorce you already. You aren't worthy of living with him. All right, then fine. If that's how you want it, I guess I'll just stop paying your tuition then. What do you mean? You don't pay my tuition. I also talked to my parents, and my mom said that she would be more than happy if I went home to live with them. I might just move out tonight. Hold on, seriously, what are you talking about? Why did you bring up my tuition? What does my going to college have to do with this at all? I mean, my parents pay my tuition, so I have no clue what you're on about. They did for the first year of your degree, yes, but after that, your dad ended up losing most of his savings and wasn't able to continue supporting you. I mean, why do you think he asked you not to live in the dorms after your first year? Hold on. What are you saying? Why do you think my dad lost all of his money? Well, since I'm about to leave, I guess I can finally spill all the beans to you. Your dad wanted to keep this from you, but he actually lost all of his money in an investment scam. After that, there was no way he could afford to keep sending you to school. He came to me and asked if I could do anything to help take care of the situation. Hold on. No way. Oh, that can't be right. You're not serious, are you? My dad got scammed, and I had no idea about it? That's why he suggested that I move in with Gerald? I thought he suggested it because it was really close to campus. Besides, Gerald was the one who invited me to come and live with you guys. That was all just a farce so that you wouldn't suspect that anything was actually wrong. But, you know, for being a college student, you were kind of slow to notice this. It was all a farce? Oh, this has to be some kind of joke. That's right. I mean, we basically live a short bus ride away from your campus. Your dad didn't suggest that you move back home because they were already having enough financial trouble. But he also wanted to ensure that you didn't find out what had happened. So he planned with Gerald to convince you to move in with us. I don't believe this. They all lied to me and I had no idea about it at all. I was against it, of course, although you probably could have guessed that. I also guessed that once you found out, it might have upset you and that it would have been better to just be honest about things. But Gerald said that as your older son and eldest child, it was his job to do this. I said okay, and then you moved in. I was hoping that things would be fine after that, but you got it in your head that I was some kind of freeloader here, despite explaining to you over and over again that I work from home. In fact, for your information, I pay for everything in this house. You pay for everything? Oh, what do you mean by that? That can't be right. Gerald pays for everything and you do nothing. That just isn't true. The truth is that I pay for your school. I pay for our food. I pay for the roof over our heads. It all comes out of my salary. And just so you know, I make $300,000 a year. What? You make that much money? Oh, that can't be. That's a huge amount of money. How can you make $300,000 a year? Oh, you've got to be lying to me. There's no way that a job you can do from home can pay that much. Well, it's the truth. Not to toot my own horn, but I make bank. Wait a second. I got it. I know what's going on now. You've got to be a streamer, right? That's why you have that big computer, the lights, the camera, and that's why you were playing games from so early in the morning. Oh, so close, yet so far. No, I am not a streamer. I am actually a programmer. You're a programmer? As in like a computer programmer? That's right, a computer programmer. And it wasn't long after Gerald and I got married that I was offered this amazing job from a famous video game company and took it. Although because the company is based overseas and there's a time difference, I end up having to wake up early to work. I imagine that the times you were watching me play video games were the times that I was actually testing them. I program some games and I do quality checks on games that others have made. And this foreign company is willing to pay you $300,000 a year for that kind of work? Work that you don't even show up at an office to do? Out of all the jobs that I was looking at, the highest salary I could get coming in was just $2,000 a month. And here you thought that I was just doing whatever I wanted at home all day long. I tried to tell you that I had a real full-time job, but you just wouldn't listen. But, I still don't get it. That can't be. I mean, I understand that you have a job and that you make money, but I still don't get why it was you that was paying my college tuition. I mean, if my dad couldn't afford to pay it, then why wouldn't that fall to Gerald to pay it? Oh, right. Good question. I almost forgot to tell you. I actually have another surprise for you. The truth is that Gerald is unemployed and has been for a while now. Wait, my older son doesn't have a job and he hasn't for some time? What do you mean by that? You summarized it pretty neatly there, actually. But yes, I think this is year 3 of him not working. I think he gave up looking after the first year, though, so when your dad came to us for help, I was the only one with any income. What? Oh, this isn't making any sense. I mean, how could my son not have a job? For 3 years? That means that he didn't even have one when I moved in here. That's right. And it was even before your father got scammed. He's been out of a job for a long time. I don't believe this. This is all too much to take in at once. Oh, this is just crazy. I know, your son really is quite the piece of work, isn't he? He kept going on and on about how it was his job as the older son, the eldest son, and whoever else, to protect his family. But he doesn't actually contribute anything. Oh, and by the way, your son actually fell for the same scam that your father did. You mean to tell me that both my older son and my father fell for the exact same scam? Apparently, your dad did see some returns the first time, and so he invited Gerald to invest with him. And that's when the scammer decided to strike. It's actually quite smart if you think about it. Let someone think they're making money so that they invite others to invest. And when you have several people's money, then you take it all. I guess neither of them must have thought anything suspicious of it, though, because they practically went in with all their savings. For Gerald, that meant the last of the savings that he was living off of since quitting his job. Well, that can't be true. Oh, please tell me that this is all some kind of giant joke or something. No way this is happening. So then not only is my son jobless, but he's also penniless? That's right. Although he told me about the scam after we had already agreed to take you in, I remember not knowing what to think at all when he sat me down that night and explained that I'd be paying for everything. I remember being in shock and calling his parents to ask if it was true, and that's when I found out that it all was. Well, that's just terrible. How could he do that to you? Not just my son. How could my family put you in a position like that? It was very hard on me, but it was even harder knowing that I was doing everything for your family, that you would be at home always insulting me. But no, this is all just one big misunderstanding. You don't get it. You've got to believe me. I swear that this is just some huge mistake. Our wires are just crossed, okay? So I guess you finally understand the kind of stress that I've been dealing with ever since the day that we took you in, right? But I didn't have any idea of what was going on. Oh, please don't be like this. Like I said before, this is just some huge misunderstanding, all right? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know that for the past few years I was fitting all of your tuition for you without so much as a thank you from anyone? And all while I was doing that for you, you were screaming at me and harassing me, telling me to divorce your son and get out of the house. Well, now I'm afraid that I have no choice but to leave now. It's just too bad that you had to kick me out before I could finish paying for everything. Oh no, what should I do? What should I do? I still have a whole year of schooling to pay for. But now I know that neither my dad nor my husband have any savings or jobs or anything left to their names. Yeah, that is basically what it sounds like. But anyways, it sounds to me like you have some serious chats to have with your family now. Given the time of day, I would guess that all of them are probably at the casino gambling away what little they do have as we speak. Wait, why would they be gambling? I don't get it. Aren't they not even supposed to have any jobs? That's right. At first, they were all telling me that they were out looking for work, but it wasn't long before I found out the truth. Apparently, no one wanted to take a job that paid less than their old job. That, or they wanted to work at some huge corporation and wouldn't settle for anything they considered too small. Instead, they thought they could turn their fortunes around by gambling. So even my dad was stupid enough to act this way? I just don't even know what to say. Oh, this is so ridiculous.
What is the matter with you? Why would you tell Francine everything? Don't you realize what you've done? She burst into the casino, started yelling at us, and caused a whole scene. She was crying and kept crying until even my parents were.
Just what is wrong with my telling the truth to her, huh? You were the one who broke your promise to me. I told you to talk to Francine and tell her not to call me a leech anymore. That was all that you had to do. But you were so worried about your pride that you couldn't even do that.
What kind of way is that to talk to your husband? Seriously, just who do you think you are? You get back home and apologize to me right this instant. I am serious. You think that just because you make a little money that you can treat people this way?
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I've actually already left the house and I don't plan on coming back anytime soon either. You can wait for me there as long as you like, but I won't be around.
What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
By the way, I left the divorce papers on the living room table, so if you could sign those for me, that would be just great.
Hold on a second, what are you saying? You can't be serious, right? I mean, you want a divorce? That can't be right!
Well, wow, thank goodness that I make $300,000 a year. You think I care if I lose you as a husband? Of course I can lose you, so just sign them already. Eden, are you there? Please answer me. I really need to talk to you right now. I just really want you to come back, please. My school is threatening to kick me out. You have to come back and pay for my school. Please don't make me leave. You can still get me out of this mess. There's still time. Is it really such a big deal? I mean, you only have one more year of tuition left to pay. Surely you can afford to pay at least that much, right? It's what, $10,000? Surely there would be a bank willing to loan you that much. But I don't want to lend money from a bank. I mean, I'll never be able to pay off the interest on that. There's no way that I could try and take out a loan for that much. And since my dad and son are broke, it isn't like I can turn to family to try and get that kind of money. I don't know what to do. If I really want to take out that kind of money, I'll probably have to turn to a loan shark or something like that. Oh, please, you have to loan me the money. I'm begging you. You've got to be kidding me. Are you being serious right now? Do you really think that I would give you that kind of money or ever want to help you after the way you treated me? You've got some serious growing up to do. Do you know that? Besides, there are plenty of places that would lend you that much money, no doubt. But I already tried asking around for a place to lend me that much, and I was rejected every single time. Wait, what? You were rejected for a loan like that to finish your studies? But why? Did something happen? Well, apparently my mom actually took out several credit cards in my name and maxed out every single one. So it's all thanks to her that I won't be able to get a loan from anywhere no matter how hard I tried. I've basically been blacklisted. Wow, well that's just horrible, isn't it? There was a time when I thought that your mom might have been the one of your family who wasn't quite as bad, but she might actually have been the worst member of your family. There isn't a single person you can trust in your family, is there? But now you understand the awful hand that I've been dealt, right? You have to do something to help me. You can't just leave me like this. None of this was really my fault. I didn't know anything, so you have to forgive me. Please, you're the only one who can help me. I don't have anywhere else I can turn to, as you can see. Look, you can try to beg and plead with me all you want, but the fact is that Gerald and I divorced. I mean, you're not my mother-in-law anymore. The fact is that you're nothing to me, and I have less than no reason to help you. I don't get it. You can't be serious, right? Oh, please don't be like this. I really need your help. You're all that I have left. I mean, we lived together for 3 whole years. We're friends, aren't we? Isn't that worth anything? You know, in these whole 3 years, for every single one of those 1,095 days, I can't think of a single happy memory that I have with you. I really don't have all that much to worry about when it comes to you anymore. I earn a lot of money and I don't need your grubby hands all over it. You're to stay away from me. Got it? Please, I didn't mean any of it. I didn't know. You can't treat me like this. I'm so close to graduating. I already told you that I wouldn't help you, and that is final. Just be thankful that you still have your family. I'm sure all of you can work together and figure something out. After that, I returned to live with my family and was able to really focus on my career. A while after I moved back in, my parents told me about the call that they got from Francine. They just couldn't believe that that was the girl that I lived with for 3 years. When they got that call, they felt so bad for me and couldn't wait for me to move back in with them. Apparently, they were so worried for me that they were moved to tears. The last time I heard about Francine, she had apparently taken a year off to raise the money in order to pay for school and finish her degree, but try as she might, she was never able to make enough to pay for her school, her family's debts, and the credit cards taken out in her name. She never was able to return to school, so I heard. I also heard that after I left, things got much worse with her family. Gerald blamed his parents for his divorce, and they in turn blamed him for not having better control over his wife. The nightly fights grew so loud that all of the neighborhood could hear them. They also only spent more and more time at the casino. They would fight, then run off to the casino when they got worn out. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.